Alright guys, so I just need to apologize for the long delay since I last put up a coffee video. I actually recorded one, man, over a month ago, and then just never got around to editing it, never got it posted. And so that's what you're going to see in this video here, is you're going to see the posting of that video, which was an incredible coffee from Barista Hustle's subscription service, which then right after I subscribed to that went right down the tubes, and they canceled it, which is a major bummer. They were having shipping issues all over the world trying to get that stuff to people in a timely manner. And I don't know, I had to wait a little bit, but I didn't care because I was getting incredible coffee. So we're trying out a new thing now, and you'll hear more about that in soon-to-be-released videos, new subscription service. And so far, it's okay, I think. I haven't really tasted the coffee, so I'll let you know what I think about that soon. But again, man, just life, what happened, what had happened was just life got out of control busy. And you know, I had 2 or 3 weeks that were just banging like work, because obviously I don't YouTube for a living. And I do drink coffee, it seems like, for a living, but not really. But I got out of the habit of recording videos, and so that's what happened. And so once I kind of got out of that rhythm, it was just hard to get back started. And then another thing that I'm passionate about is lawn care, and it warmed up just enough to provide lots of mowing opportunities. So I've been out in the yard a bunch, and been drinking coffee while I'm mowing, and drinking coffee every day, but not really recording videos. So we're trying to get back on it. My goal is to churn out at least one new coffee video every single week, and you can expect that going forward. We're gonna churn them out there, taste good stuff, and talk about it, because it's just fun. I mean, why not? That's the point of this channel, is just to encourage and be an advocate for the coffee community, especially the coffee community in Nashville, and just to drink coffee and talk about it, because it's one of my passions. It's something that I love. So that's what's coming up. That's what's been going on. I am doing something kind of insane, and I don't know if I've really talked about it on the channel, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it now for just a second before we get into this video. And that is, I am actually trying to track every single cup of coffee that I drink during 2019. And if you look at my Insta, I have a couple Instagram accounts, but the one that I'm tracking all that on, so I don't annoy everybody else, is the Bearded Coffee Blogger. So if you look up Bearded Coffee Blogger on Instagram, you can see literally every single cup of coffee that I have drank during 2019 so far. And right now we're averaging between 2 and 3. It's about 2.65 to 75 cups of coffee a day. That's kind of what my average is, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to do it. And then I look forward to tallying everything up at the end of the year and seeing how much gas station coffee I drank, and how much fast food coffee I drank, and how much home coffee I drank, and how many cups of coffee I drank from shops, and how many. I'm mainly a black coffee drinker, but how many cups of coffee that were like mochas or lattes or cappuccinos or things like that. So anyway, I'm going to quit talking, and we're going to get through the review, but I wanted to catch you guys up on what's going on. Again, sorry that I've been MIA for a while, but thank you for watching. Peace. So today we're doing a super cool thing. I think I mentioned it a few episodes ago, but didn't know about it, but I discovered Barista Hustle's Superlatives Coffee Subscription Club. Didn't know about it till like a month ago or so, and really respect those guys over at Barista Hustle. They're just churning out the coffee geek knowledge, and love that about it. Have a lot to learn from them. But they have a coffee subscription club, and so I joined it and got my first shipment in. So this is February's coffee subscription, and this is this stuff right here. This is the Misiones, Colombia, again, from the Barista Hustle Coffee Subscription Club. And this is, I know, like, basically it's $22 a month. And sometimes you get a lot of coffee, sometimes you get a little less coffee, you know, and if you get less, it's because it's really kind of high-end special stuff. So this falls into that category. Let me tell you just a little bit about it before we taste it. So this is 100 grams of whole Omni roasted coffee beans. I don't know what Omni roasted means. I'm going to look that up, but if you know, tell me in the comments. But this is a Colombia from the Cundinamarca region. The Hacienda Misiones washing station. It's a Castillo varietal. I don't know if I've had any Castillo varietal coffee before. It's washed, and the altitude is 1,500 to 1,700 meters. It was harvested back in May of 2018. And this was roasted at the very end of January. It's coming all the way from Australia, because that's where Barista Hustle is, to here. So it takes a little bit longer for me to get it. And they say optimal, they want you to taste this about 3 weeks off the roast, or wait at least a week off the roast. So I'm just slightly behind that. So it still smells amazing, super fresh. I think we're going to be good. But yeah, it says please wait at least 1 week before brewing for optimal taste, and best before 3 months after the roasting date. See, I'm in there. I'm like 4 weeks exactly off the roasting date. I would have preferred to try it like a week ago, but didn't get to. I'm not going to look at the tasting notes. Here's what it says on the back. I love this packaging because there's so much information that speaks to coffee culture geekdom, and I'm down with that. But it has a picture of who I assume is the farmer on the back, and it says this coffee is transparently traded. This is Clever Coffee is the roaster, which is a Nordic micro roastery. I don't know anything about Clever Coffee. Here's what it says on the back. It says sustainability is not a business, it's a DNA. We registered this coffee with the Transparency Trade Coffee, so we via an independent organization. Now we have their documentation for the fact that 17.2% of the price that you pay for a standard bag of 250 grams goes directly back to the farm Hacienda Misiones. It's the most open and honest form to ensure that the coffee farmer, Luis Fernando, that guy, gets a sustainable payment for his hard work. That's amazing. I love it when not just coffee companies, I love it when companies, period, look at everything they do in the supply chain and say, we aim to be a good company, and we want to take care of everybody at every level. To me, overall, when you're a business that operates that way, you're just going to create a better culture. You're going to make the world a better place. I'm down with it. I'm down with businesses taking care of their people. So really excited to try my very first month's subscription to Barista Hustle's Superlatives Coffee Club. Again, not reading the tasting notes. So I brewed this using a V60 and the Scott Rayo method, which I recently kind of tweaked my V60 method a little bit and adopted some things that I learned from Scott and a couple other guys. Wow. Just pouring this, I can smell lots of stuff off the nose. So this is a V60 16:1 ratio. Got to shout out my good friends John and Jenny Moore, who gave me this amazing new mug. Hit me with your best pot. Thank you guys so much for that. I love it. Let's see what we smell in this coffee. So I will just say right off the bat, it's super juicy on the nose. I mean, it was just all aroma when I just poured it from my little decanter to the mug. So I'm picking up a little bit of vegetal. So yeah, some red berries, juiciness. Picked up some vegetal notes, both when I was brewing it. I could smell that, and I pick it up now. And some toastiness too, I think. Kind of some balanced toastiness. I'm going to turn my hat around. I wanted y'all to see that says Denver, but if I wear hats forwards, it starts to give me a headache, and it's bugging me. Go Denver Broncos.
To the right, here it comes. Mike Rimmers just can't get there fast enough.
All right, let's see. Yeah, so red berries, some vegetal aspects, some toastiness, maybe even a hint of butter. This kind of sounds weird, but for some reason I'm getting butter. Let's taste it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so the first thing I notice for how juicy it smells, it comes off on the mouthfeel way more balanced, which is to my liking. Sometimes if coffees are too juicy, some people love that. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes for me, if they're too juicy, it kind of comes across uh, almost like, I don't know, like kind of like a wine that's just a little bit out of proportion. And I just don't love it. I don't love it if something's too juicy in a coffee. And I hope you know what I mean by that. It's kind of like it's almost a strong, almost a little too acidic sort of juiciness sometimes with coffees. And I don't like that. I prefer balance. And this has it in spades. This is not what I was expecting based on the nose and what I smelled. Super heavy, viscous mouthfeel that I love. And again, it speaks to like even this is just this is like one of the heavier coffees I've ever tasted. It's just super heavy in a good way. And I get a maybe a hint, like I'm a huge cereal fan. Don't know if you guys like cereal. I have to like stop myself from eating it every night. That's all I always wanted at night, as you can probably tell here. This has a little bit of a Cocoa Pebbles hint to me. So it's got some chocolate, some like milk chocolate. A little bit of red fruit there on the tail end. So maybe a little bit of chocolate covered cherries, but with the chocolate being more prominent. This is a really weird coffee. The mouthfeel of it's really weird. It's not extremely acidic. And I tend to like, despite what I said about juiciness, I don't know if I'm making myself clear on that or explaining myself well. I do like a lot of acidity because I love those high notes. This doesn't have those, but man, is it just really balanced. This is the weirdest mouth. It's almost got like a numbing mouth feel. It is really different, and I really love it. Really love it. The coffee overall, the smell and the taste is not wildly unique to me, but the mouthfeel is so unique that it's kind of like amazingly unique to me. And I don't even know completely how to describe it other than it kind of just sits heavy in your mouth. It's not super complex, but there is some complexity there. There's a couple tasting notes there that I'm chocolate and cherry and toastiness and maybe a little bit of butter still that I'm having trouble like completely describing. But just somehow the way this thing tastes and feels in your mouth is really, really, really unique. I see why they chose it because I don't think I've ever tasted a coffee quite like this before. This is really good. Let's see their tasting notes here on the front. They say sweet, complex, and transparent with notes of red berries balanced with lemon. I definitely obviously got the red berries. To me, it's getting some like milk chocolate in there and like and kind of like a butterness, like a little bit of a butter flavor. I get the lemon on the tail end now that they say it. Didn't get it on my own because that there, especially as it cools, there's a little bit more acidity. It's starting to peak out. Yeah, a little bit of lemon there. It's for sure starting to come out. I'm gonna get a glass with a thinner lip so I can slurp this a tad more and maybe I'll pick up something else. Hold up. I know it kind of sounds crazy, but just like with other drinks, the drinking vessel that you use can greatly affect flavor, so that's not too weird, although it may sound real kind of like, all right, stuck up and weird. But I'm almost tempted to do every tasting out of this not neutral mug because it's still kind of my favorite. And this is actually not very thick lipped. It's actually a really good diameter. In fact, it might be thinner, but I just want to taste it out of what I'm used to and see if it makes any difference. Yeah, so as it cools, the lemon's coming out more and more. Toasty red berries, milk chocolate, lemon zest finish. Yeah. Not amazingly complex to me, but because of the mouthfeel, amazingly different and complex. And I don't just think that's me trying to make it to justify, like, make this coffee something more than it is. The mouthfeel, especially when it was hot, the way it really just sat in my mouth is really unique. I'm going to have to go, because it's unique, I'm going to have to go 4.75 on this coffee, just because it's not quite like anything I've ever tried before. So that's my highest score on the Bearded Coffee Blogger so far, if you're keeping track. And this stuff's amazing. I don't know if you can still get it at all, but maybe you can. What I would recommend is Clever Coffee. Their website is clevercoffee.dk/en. So that's Denmark, I think. And then it's the English version of that website. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it right down there. Clevercoffee.dk/en. I'll put it up on the screen. This is a really good coffee. I'm excited. I'm going to get 1 or 2 more brews out of this little guy, and I'm super loving it. So thank you, Barista Hustle, for sending amazing coffee. I'm already looking forward to getting March's subscription and trying it with you guys. I'm going to put every single one of them up here on the channel so that you can taste along with me, and you should go subscribe if you're into unique and cool coffees. Something I haven't done yet, but it's coming on some future episode, is Barista Hustle has put out a whole slew of water recipes where you can make your own custom coffee water at home pretty easily. And they actually had a specific water they recommended for this. I didn't have time to do it, but in a future episode, and they actually recommended use this water for this one for maximum. So this is really cool because you can like try out Seattle water and Melbourne water and like some SCAA recommended water, and there's a few other recipes. And so we're going to try out some of those and see, we'll do an episode at some point and see how it affects a coffee. That's coming soon. Didn't have time to check it on this, but Misiones, Colombia from Clever, and Mr. Luis Fernando, awesome job. Thank you guys so much for watching the Bearded Coffee Blogger. As always, if you're loving this content, or if you're just a friend of mine and you love journeying along with me in this coffee journey, I'm just a coffee geek with nothing better to do than drink coffee, then please subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Please share this on social media. I would love that. That really helps me out. Hit that like button, and that helps me get exposure too. But more than anything, just tell people that you think might be interested, and I would really appreciate it. Hope you guys are it's Thursday here. You'll probably see this on Friday or Saturday. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you later. Peace.